So MAGA Republicans absolutely lost their minds because it just so happened that Easter this year fell on Transgender Day of Visibility. And they tried to twist this into this, oh, the left is coming after our most sacred holiday. That is not what happened at all, but the MAGA politicians realize how knee-jerk their audience is, and they know that if they feed them a line of bullshit like that, they will repeat it without actually looking into things and seeing why this happened the way that it did. Back in 2021, President Biden declared March 31st to be Transgender Day of Visibility, meaning that every March 31st, we would recognize that day. Easter is a holiday that falls on different days. It comes at the same time of year, but it never falls on the same day. It's not like Christmas that falls on December 25th or the 4th of July. Easter is a holiday that happens on different days, and just so happened this year, it landed on Trans Visibility Day, and Republicans have to find a way to be assholes about it. There is no way that they can be reasonable here. There's no way they can be nice. There's no way they can say, hey, to all the Christians out there who are celebrating Easter, Happy Easter. And we would also like to recognize Transgender Visibility Day and Happy Trans Day. They can't bring themselves to do that. And they get mad at us for saying that they're the party of absolutely no diversity. But when have they ever stood up for another group of people and said, we recognize you today. We recognize your struggles today. We recognize what you go through in life. And hey, happy whatever day. Why can they never do that? Why is it so hard for them to not turn everything into a moment to be an asshole? I'll never understand it. And folks, I'll be dead honest with you. I'm an agnostic, okay? I grew up in church. I was taught to believe in all of it. As I grew older, I couldn't find myself believing in it anymore, and I walked away from it. My family all knows that I'm agnostic. My mother's a Christian, my dad's a Christian, my children are Christian, my ex-wives are Christian, I have family and friends that are Christian. They all know where I stand on it, and I know where they stand on it. And guess what happens when Easter rolls around? They'll wish me a happy Easter. And guess what I say back? Happy Easter. Guess what we do? We get together, the kids, we all celebrate Easter. I don't agree with it. I don't personally believe in it, but I don't try to rain on their parade. I don't try to say, oh, you're never, I want my children to have a childhood. I don't personally agree with it. When they get older, I will sit down and explain to them why I think the whole crucifixion story, I do not find that story to be one bit heartwarming at all. I find it to be, and not to get sidetracked here, but me personally, I can't understand why a supreme being who's all-knowing and all-powerful had to brutally sacrifice his child to prove to us that he loved us, and if we don't believe in that, he's going to torture us for all of eternity. None of that makes sense to me. But guess what? I don't say it to my kids while they're hunting eggs. I don't sit there and rain on their parades. I just let them have Easter. I wish them a happy Easter. I got all sorts of texts from friends, family. Hey, happy Easter, Brando. Happy Easter. Love you too. It's not that hard. And at the same time, I can say, Happy Transgender Day of Visibility. To all of my trans friends, Happy Transgender Day of Visibility. It's not hard. I don't understand why they have to make everything into an argument and why they have to make everything into a political hit job. Everything has to be, we're just over here living life, and they have to turn everything into, the left is coming after our way of life. That's not the case at all. What you're doing is you're coming after everyone else's way of life. You can't stand for anyone to have the microphone for 1 minute. It's got to be you that always has the microphone and always yelling the loudest into it, or actually, you need a megaphone for as loud as you are. And if anyone else has a day where they're recognized, they lose their minds over it. They can't accept it. And then they sit back and wonder why people don't want to become part of their party or why people don't want to come to their churches. I do not know what it's like to be transgender. I have no idea, okay? I don't. But I can't imagine what it would be like to be transgender. And you have these people over here mocking your day and accusing the left of taking your day and hijacking Easter. And you're a Christian yourself, and you're also a trans person at the same time. But I don't understand how that you could see that type of rhetoric and be drawn to want to go hang out with them, or be drawn to want to go to their church. If you truly believe that Jesus died for your sins, and that through believing in that you will be saved and you will have everlasting life, if that's what you truly believe, then wouldn't you want to reach out to other people and draw them into that? Wouldn't you want to welcome them in to that fold? If you truly believe that one of these days you're going to go to eternal bliss or eternal damnation, then wouldn't you want to be doing everything you could to welcome people in, if that's your belief, welcome people in and save them from eternal damnation, if that's your belief? Why do you keep pushing them away? Why do you keep finding every opportunity to make it about you? Okay, Easter and Transgender Visibility Day fell on the same day. I think the 2 days can happen at the same time and everyone involved can celebrate their moment. It doesn't have to be like Maga makes it out to be. Everything doesn't have to be a fight. Everything doesn't have to be WWE political theater. Everything is not the left coming for your way of life. It was as simple as Joe Biden declared it March 31st from now on, and Easter just so happened to fall on it. And there was no reason whatsoever for all of MAGA to get bent out of shape. But that's all they're really good at the end of the day.